The following program is sponsored by Adrian Graphics.
Oh, yeah. This is the Project Grow radio show, a passionate millennials perspective and advice on faith, marketing, leadership, and technology. In a world that's quickly advancing, we bring you exciting interviews from today's top entrepreneurs and leaders, fueling your growth in life and business. And now your host and fellow believer in business, Adrian Boysel.
Oh yeah, this is Adrian Boysel, and you are listening to the Project Grow radio show. Welcome back. This is actually week 3, and we are live. Yes, we are live. We are not pre-recorded. You know, when I was asked to do this show, I was asked if we wanted to do a pre-recorded show or live. And, you know, I believe strongly in taking risks and putting yourself out of your comfort range. And that has really helped me achieve new levels of success throughout my entire career. So here we are live. I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the show today. It's going to be an exciting show. This is actually week 3 of Women Appreciation Month. So we have 1 week left. We're going to be doing a total of 4 weeks. So far, we've really interviewed some amazing women. Chrissy Cole last week, if you tuned in, from Project Church, and Krista Proctor, who's actually now a sponsor of our Project Grow radio show. So we're really excited about that. She's a real estate coach in the real estate business, and we're going to be talking to her again on a monthly basis. So just really excited to announce her involvement in the show and her support. So this week we have 2 more amazing women that are going to be interviewed today. They're really inspiring leaders. I was actually turned on to one of these people by my girlfriend and the other one by a client of mine, and I'm just really excited to have them both on the show. The first one that I want to mention is Sheryle Moon. She's actually going to be the last call of the day, but her name is Sheryle Moon. She's going to be calling in. She's actually from Australia. She's the former chief revenue officer of a company called eWay. They're a payment processing gateway that was sold last year for $50 million. Sheryle is now the chief evangelist for a new startup. It's called Spinify.com, which gamifies the sales and marketing process, and she'll be telling us more about that here later in the show. We're going to be speaking to her first here in just a few minutes. So our second guest that I have is actually here in studio with me, Stephanie Wahlberg. She's with Doterra Essential Oils, and according to their website, I actually was doing some research on them. They have more than 5 million customers worldwide. Their most recent convention that they had, I believe, was in Idaho or Utah. In Utah, was in less than 72 hours was sold out. And between the attendance of over 30,000 people and the online streaming that they did, they had over 40,000 people in total attendance. It was incredible. That's an amazing feat. So we're going to be talking to Stephanie Wahlberg today about her business and just a bunch of different things about prospecting. So this is, to say the least, is going to be a really powerful show. The theme of the show today is prospecting secrets and the spirit of Thanksgiving. You know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. It's a really exciting time. We get to spend some time with our family. For most of us, it's exciting. For some of us, it's a nightmare, but hopefully we're getting through the traffic. I saw some crazy footage on Facebook this morning of the traffic that's going on in Los Angeles this morning, just backed up with an aerial helicopter. Is just incredible. So just praying that everybody gets to where they need to get safely, and that everybody just has a wonderful, safe holiday with their family and just enjoys the time away from work. So I want to get into first the topic of prospecting and why I feel it's really important for any business, and kind of talk about some of the areas that I've seen my clients lack in that area. So for me, I prospect on a regular basis. It's something that I've had to actually carve out time for now on a daily basis, and it's really important to keep a pipeline full. So if you're trying to build a huge sales model, a sales business, and keep business coming in, you have to have a consistent routine of prospecting. And so for me, I have some unique strategies that I developed along the way. I took a coaching course about 4 years ago now with a group of guys that now has really exploded online, has about 3,000 members, but it's a really expensive course. And one of the things that they taught me, which I thought was really neat, for somebody especially that likes video, was video prospecting. So what I do in my business is I'll find someone's, either they'll give me a business card and I'll meet them and I'll go check out their website, or I'll go do some prospecting. I'll take a few minutes and look at their website online, and I'll do an analysis. I do a very simple analysis, usually no more than 5 minutes. I try to keep it anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes, and I'll go from the top to the page all the way down to the bottom of the page, showing them everything on the majority of their pages, not all their pages because I have a time limit, but I'll go through the site and tell them about their SEO, which is search engine optimization, their title tag that may be wrong or too long or non-existent, their header tags, and the different things that are on their website, how fast their site is loading, And I'll kind of go through the site and show them a number of different things that they can do to increase the traffic, increase the conversions, and really make their tool a revenue generating tool rather than an expense. And there are, I'd say 9 out of the 10 websites, and it's probably more like 99 out of 100 websites I see, are missing a lot of just basic components of having a successful website that's going to generate you revenue. Like I said, load speed, user experience, the flow of the website. There's a lot of those things. So that's what I do is I'll make these videos using a screencasting software, whether it's screencast-o-matic.com or there's a few other ones out there, but Screencast-O-Matic is a free one that I use. And I'll just do a video of their site. I'll upload it to my website with the name of their company. I'll copy the link that I created. So it'll be like adriangraphics.com/Project Grow Radio. And then I'll upload that, send it in an email over to them with their name in the email. They open it up and they can watch the video right there embedded into my page. And then right below that is a really strong call to action form like, hey, if you want to take advantage of this and have a free consultation, I'd love to meet with you. And it gives them the option to put their name, their email, and their phone number in there. Well, what happens is I have a technology that we developed called Lead Butler. We've incorporated text message marketing and call tracking. But what Lead Butler does is it allows you to take those form entries. If they have a phone number that they put in, it turns it into a phone call. So as soon as they hit submit, within 15 seconds, I get notified and I'm on the phone with that person and say, hey, I saw you were interested in getting the consultation. Thank you for checking out the prospecting video. When did you want to set a time? Do you have time tomorrow? Do you have time the following day? So I'll set a meeting with them right away. And it's really been one of my most effective prospecting techniques that I've used since I started my business just a few years back in the office in Granite Bay. So I own a company called Adrian Graphics. If you didn't hear the last couple weeks of the show, we do landing pages, advertising, marketing campaigns. We work with, in a lot in the health space, but we also work with a company called Youth Perfect that has an amazing pillowcase. So we got a lot of really cool projects, Fit Kitchen. There's really cool companies out there that we help do this prospecting and kind of train them on how to generate sales. The mentality that I want my listeners today to take away is a farming mentality versus a hunting. There are too many people out there chasing a new deal, and not prospecting on a regular basis. They're going out there selling and trying to message people on Facebook and really doing a really invasive form of sales that really doesn't have a long-term benefit. You're not investing in your future. So what I like to do with prospecting is farming, setting that up every single day, sending out 5, 10, 15, whatever, 50, maybe 50 emails a day, depending on what type of business you have, and being consistent about that on a daily basis. And then having a system in place to nurture those people. So you want to be able to nurture them with emails, with content, with blog articles, and just continue to be on the back of their mind so that if they ever have that need, that you're the first person that comes to their mind, because not everybody is in that buying position at the moment. They may be a month away, they may be 2 weeks away, they may be a year away. But if you're the first person they think of because you've been constantly nurturing that relationship, you're gonna be the one that they call first. And that's really the goal of prospecting, is to build that relationship, build that authority, and build that reputation as, hey, this is the go-to guy. If I needed a website, if I needed an app, if I needed some graphics, if I needed a logo or a brand, I'm gonna call Adrian Graphics. So that's really what I focus on, is just being consistent about our prospecting. And for me, I don't have to do as much prospecting as some other businesses. You may need to do an hour of prospecting a day, or you may need to do 4 hours a day. My business is very boutique. I don't do 30, 40 websites a month. I do maybe 5 to 8 websites a month at the most, because the sites that I do, I take my time with them. I make sure that I go through step A all the way to Z, and I don't skip any steps throughout the process. So I make sure that I take my time for each project, and in turn, my prices are a little bit higher than my competitors, but I do a much better quality job, which in turn creates a better investment for the business, and that's really my goal of the whole thing. So filling your pipeline, creating that momentum. Even when you get busy and you get slammed, you need to still continue to do the prospecting. It's really, really important. You can do video prospecting, you can do phone prospecting, you can do text messages, there's email prospecting, there's a bunch of different methods of prospecting. So that's just kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today. Daily prospecting, scheduling a time, and then what's also really important is then tracking your time that you spend prospecting. You want to know, how much time am I taking to make the video, how much time am I taking to do all the different things that it takes to prospect. You want to keep track of that process and map it all out. So we're going to go to break here in a minute, but when we come back, we're going to talk with Sheryle Moon. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon. Hi, I'm Adrian Boysel, and this is your Business Minute. If you don't have a mobile app for your business, you're falling behind on the times. A recent study by Small Business Trends said that as of 2016, more than 63% of businesses have a mobile app or are in the process of building one. Since smartphones have reached the new product lifecycle of being very affordable, that means mobile apps are in the hands of more people than ever. Did you know that mobile sales reached $74 billion in 2015? The average mobile device owner spends more than 174 minutes per day on their phone, and not just for commerce. Just to name a few, there are booking systems, vouchers, customer support, and even video training. So here are 3 tips when creating a mobile app for your business. Number 1, consult an expert. If you try to do it all on your own, you run a huge risk of using the wrong program and creating a difficult user experience. Even worse, never getting your app approved by the Play Store or Apple iTunes. No smart business owner wants to waste money. Number 2, start with a prototype. This planning phase will help you eliminate unneeded screens and develop an easy-to-follow user experience. And number 3, find a good hosting service like Amazon's Activate Startup program. It will help you start and scale up your app in an affordable way and give you the hosting bandwidth so that your app never crashes if it gets a burst of traffic. And if you need an app for your business, give me a call at 877-801-1991. I'm Adrian Boysel. This has been your Business Minute, and as always, keep looking up. Hi, I'm Adrian Boysel with Adrian Graphics. Believe it or not, the internet is almost as complicated as a human body. The good thing is, I know the web like your doctor knows you. And just like your doctor, I genuinely care about you and your business. For it to succeed in 2018, you must know how to harness the internet. I've been working on the internet since its first inception and at a very young age. Whether it's an app, a website, or a landing page, or even an advertising campaign, I can help you achieve the results that you truly need. At the end of the day, it's all about return on investment. And the internet is such a crowded place. In order for you to stand out, you need to have a unique and special identity. I can not only help you create your special identity, but enhance it. And I will also help you harness the power of the internet to make you money. All you got to do is pick up the phone and dial me at 877-801-1991. That's 877-801-1991. Or visit our website at adriangraphics.com. I'm passionate about our future generations, and I believe that the current model of partying is a destructive dead-end road. That's why a year ago, I dedicated my life and my time to supporting Lounge of Life. It's a nonprofit organization with a mission to help young people from falling into the destructive lifestyle of the current partying scene. College binge drinking and drug abuse is a huge epidemic, causing more than 1,800 deaths per year and 97,000 cases of abuse. I believe this is truly a problem worth fighting for. We've started a fundraiser on GoFundMe to continue the progress and the efforts of our team to impact the community by providing education and what I feel is a much-needed alternative nightlife experience. So today, I'm asking all of my listeners for help. Go visit our GoFundMe campaign at gofundme.com/Lounge of Life. Make a generous donation, and I will announce all of the names of the top 25 donors. Again, that's gofundme.com/Lounge of Life. Thank you for your support.
Money 105.5.
And we are back. This is Adrian Boysel, and you are listening to the Project Grow radio show. You know, it is the spirit of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and just real quick, I want to share something with you guys. If you guys just heard the last commercial for Lounge of Life, we started a campaign at the beginning and the launch of this show. My best friend was on the air with me, Paul DiGiordano, and we talked a little bit about what Lounge of Life is, helping the community, helping our future generations get out of this destructive partying lifestyle. And so I want to ask all you guys today, tomorrow is the spirit of giving, Thanksgiving, and I just really want to ask you guys to help contribute to the GoFundMe campaign that we have going right now, gofundme.com/Lounge of Life, like you heard in the commercial. If you could help us contribute to that vision, to that mission that we have, I'd really greatly appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first guest, Sheryle Moon. Sheryle, you there with us?
I am, Adrian. How are you?
I'm doing
great.
great.
To you today.
You too. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, terrific.
How's the weather over there? Are you in Australia?
Yeah, I am. I'm in Canberra, the nation's capital. So it's a lovely spring day. So nice blue skies, quite warm outside. Yeah.
Beautiful. It was pretty nice.
Not the same where you are.
Yeah, it was pretty nice here today. The sun was out. It wasn't too warm, but the sun was out. It was really, really nice. It was a great day. So I'm really glad to have you on the show. This is something we've been talking for the last few weeks. We're working together on one of these projects that unfortunately I can't disclose, but I just wanted to get into a little bit of you and who you are and kind of share some of your wisdom today. I don't know if you heard, but the spirit and kind of the thoughts behind the show is the secrets of prospecting and the spirit of Thanksgiving. So that's kind of where I'm going with it, and I just kind of want to talk about some of the prospecting methods that maybe you've done in the past, and kind of just open it up a little bit. So I think first, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've had a very long career, over 25 years in the IT sector. So started off working for IBM, worked for Anderson Consulting as a managing partner, and right now I work with an entrepreneur building apps. We have a mobile and a TV app, which is all about leaderboards. So not quite prospecting, but highlighting sales reps or agents in organisations, their performance levels and what they're doing and what they need to do more of. And, often that is making calls or sending emails. So, yeah, it's quite good fun. I think, like you, my career's developed from the very early days of computing and certainly the internet to, just amazing things that are possible now.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like that gamifying. It's something I pitch to my clients all the time with the apps that we're building and the projects that we're doing, is to gamify the process to make it enjoyable and an engaging and exciting experience for them. Fun, engaging, and exciting. And those are the three big things. So I really like that concept. And I think even with prospecting, it kind of ties in because, sales is prospecting and prospecting is sales. So those two things go really hand in hand, and making it a competitive process and maybe incorporating Spinify into a business's prospecting process could be a really good option for them.
Hey, absolutely, because it allows that transparency, which is good for corporate culture and the visibility of everyone's performance. It really helps develop that healthy competition, because that's what you want in an organisation, the healthy competition about doing the activities that lead to the sales. So not just about those outcomes or the lag indicators, but the lead indicators, which, as we've talked about, are things like calls, are things like setting up meetings. So all of those activities can be measured and put up on the screen so people can see who the high flyers are. And the other thing is that it can highlight to managers when they need to intervene with people who are falling behind. So if somebody's last on the leaderboard and they're clearly a long way behind their colleagues, then they need some kind of help. It might be training, it might be counselling, it might be some personal issues which are affecting their performance. But it's that immediacy of seeing, what people are doing, and then for managers intervening with those people who need the help and assistance right now.
That's neat. So, obviously with sales, mindset is really one of the biggest parts of it. Not just the knowledge, but the mindset of how you approach it and how you interact with the person, listening more than you're talking and that type of thing. So how do you find your system, the Spinify system, in the sense of gamifying it? Does it increase sales by gamifying the process? Have you seen an increase when you implement this into existing businesses? Like how does that work so far?
So we've had a lot of qualitative information about, people's observations, particularly managers and CEOs. But I reached out to our customers and asked them for some quantitative information. So I really want you to tell me exactly what you've asked, Adrian. What's the uplift in engagement? What's the uplift in activities? And has that generated revenue uplift? So one of our customers said to me, look, I'm pretty sure the guys look at the screens, maybe a couple of times an hour. And I said, look, that's your observation. Do you mind if I ask you to do a little survey with your sales team and ask them how many times they look at the leaderboard to see where they are and where their colleagues are? And he came back to me and he said, oh, my God, I'm just so amazed. They're looking at the leaderboard 30 times a day. They look up, see where people are on the leaderboard, pick up the phone, make more calls, and at end of month, they're looking at it probably 60 times a day, because they're obviously looking at how they're tracking for things like commissions or incentives or, end of month competitions. So that level of engagement translates into a focus on what they need to do and the motivation to do more of the activities.
That's neat.
So a number of our customers have talked about uplift in activity levels of up to 19%, so month on month. So rather than someone making 100 calls, they're now making 119 calls. So,
wow.
And that's quite common across a number of our customers who are tracking that. And eventually that does translate into revenue. So a couple of our customers have seen revenue uplifts within a couple of months of 5%. So, we're not talking 100% or doubling your revenue, but we are talking uplift. And, everyone's really happy with that because they can see that, I guess, as a company, we deliver on what we say we will. So we'll get you engagement, we'll give you motivation. That'll translate into uplift in activities and finally into better business results.
Yeah, it's a trackable system that obviously creates a fun experience with sales, which can sometimes be a bummer on a bad day when you're not in the greatest of mood and you're not feeling like selling. You go up there and see that you're the leader as you come in there, and you got to keep your lead, or someone's coming up on your tail. It kind of motivates you, but also does it in a fun way, from what I hear. So I think that's a really great software and a really great idea. That's really cool. So
okay, thank you. And the other thing, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Is because all of us are fairly egocentric, it's nice to see not just on the leaderboard, but we've got some other screens which show information about people, how many points they've achieved or how many leaderboards they've won or if it's their birthday. So highly personalised to, really get that personal engagement as well as what's the healthy competition that comes with the leaderboard.
That's amazing. That's so cool. Yeah, I think we're going to end up incorporating that into our system as well, and I probably have some clients that I can refer to you guys also. So I think that's amazing. Now, when did Spinify start?
So Matt Bullock, who's the founder of Spinify, had a previous company which he built up and then sold in the spirit of good entrepreneurship. And so Spinify has been around almost 2 years now. Very and cool. Was designed to meet some of the problems that he saw as a CEO in a global company of maintaining engagement and motivation with staff who are doing iterative processes, particularly in call centres.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just out of curiosity, when you guys go to educate you guys as prospects, like people that you think are a good fit for this business, what kind of approach do you guys take? Mm-hmm. Do you do conferences? Are you doing one-on-ones? Do you do kind of group meetings? Tell me a little bit about your guys' kind of prospecting. I know that's not your specific strategy, but I'm sure you know a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we have a number of channels. We tend not to do cold calls. So we try to warm up the customer, and we do that a number of ways. So clearly we use AdWords and Facebook ads and a number of those sort of channels. We use trade shows, so we get people from trade shows, and we've just been to a trade show in San Francisco. So the scanning information, the opportunity to talk to people, and then come home, ring them up and say, hey, do you remember us? Particularly for trade show people, we use a lot of video. So I came back from the trade show in San Francisco and then did 530 short videos that were personalised with the person's name on it, saying, hey, Jim.
I do that.
And then saying, hey, it was great to meet you, and here's just a little bit about what we do as a memory jogger, and I'm going to give you a call in a couple of days, which we then follow through on.
Very cool. Yeah, I use video a lot in my business. So the last thing before we go to break I wanted to ask you is, what are you most grateful for in your business this season? So, it's Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and it's a big holiday here in the States, and I just wanted to know, what are you most grateful for?
So in the business, I'm grateful that we've got a fabulous team, and our team is global. We've got people in North America as well as here in Australia, and we use some associates in Europe. So the team works well together and has for the last 2 years. We've had virtually no attrition. So our own staff are engaged in the product and can see the value of the work they're doing to help companies. Personally, nice. It's always a nice time of year to reflect on family and friends, and
absolutely,
it's been a great year. Well, a great year with family and friends this year for me.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to go to break, and we'll wrap up when we come back. Thank you so much, Sheryle, and talk to you when we get back.
From the Big Mountain Heating, Air, and Solar Traffic Center, Charlie Simons.
If you're coming out of Woodland, trying to get to the airport, stop and go. Traffic starts at County Road 102 and there's an accident there, and that's just the beginning of your slow travel into the Capitol Corridor. Stop and go if you're trying to get beyond that and down to Elk Grove. Finally, where you get some relief from the slow travel about Elk Grove Boulevard. I-5 northbound, we got slowing backed up all the way to Peltier Road. No kidding, coming up from Walnut Grove. And then you get past Elk Grove Boulevard, you're moving all right, only to hit the brakes again about Broadway, and then you're creeping along until you're past Garden Highway. Something you want to let us know about? Lexus of Sacramento traffic tip line 830-3077. I'm Charlie Simons.
Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. You can post a job in minutes and manage your candidates from an easy-to-use dashboard. Post your next job on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. That's Indeed.com.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. At Ashton & Price, we are honored by the trust our clients place in our law firm. Over the last 21 years, we've been entrusted to successfully get our clients through some of the most difficult times of their lives. When you call Ashton & Price, you will speak with an experienced attorney whose only goal is to solve your legal problems. No dealing with insurance companies. You just focus on the most important thing, getting back your health, and we'll do the rest. There's never a fee unless you win, so call us for a free consultation.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Hi, I'm Adrian Boysel, and this is your Business Minute. If you don't have a mobile app for your business, you're falling behind on the times. A recent study by Small Business Trends said that as of 2016, more than 63% of businesses have a mobile app or are in the process of building one. Since smartphones have reached the new product lifecycle of being very affordable, that means mobile apps are in the hands of more people than ever. Did you know that mobile sales reached $74 billion in 2015? The average mobile device owner spends more than 174 minutes per day on their phone, and not just for commerce. Just to name a few, there are booking systems, vouchers, customer support, and even video training. So here are 3 tips when creating a mobile app for your business. Number 1, consult an expert. If you try to do it all on your own, you run a huge risk of using the wrong program and creating a difficult user experience. Even worse, never getting your app approved by the Play Store or Apple iTunes. No smart business owner wants to waste money. Number 2, start with a prototype. This planning phase will help you eliminate unneeded screens and develop an easy-to-follow user experience. And number 3, find a good hosting service like Amazon's Activate Startup program. It will help you start and scale up your app in an affordable way and give you the hosting bandwidth so that your app never crashes if it gets a burst of traffic. And if you need an app for your business, give me a call at 877-801-1991. I'm Adrian Boysel. This has been your Business Minute, and as always, keep looking up. I'm passionate about our future generations, and I believe that the current model of partying is a destructive dead-end road. That's why a year ago, I dedicated my life and my time to supporting Lounge of Life. It's a nonprofit organization with a mission to help young people from falling into the destructive lifestyle of the current partying scene. College binge drinking and drug abuse is a huge epidemic, causing more than 1,800 deaths per year and 97,000 cases of abuse. I believe this is truly a problem worth fighting for. We've started a fundraiser on GoFundMe to continue the progress and the efforts of our team to impact the community by providing education and what I feel is a much-needed alternative nightlife experience. So today, I'm asking all of my listeners for help. Go visit our GoFundMe campaign at gofundme.com/Lounge of Life. Make a generous donation, and I will announce all of the names of the top 25 donors. Again, that's gofundme.com/Lounge of Life. Thank you for your support. Hi, I'm Adrian Boysel with Adrian Graphics. Believe it or not, the internet is almost as complicated as the human body. The good thing is, I know the web like your doctor knows you. And just like your doctor, I genuinely care about you and your business. For it to succeed in 2018, you must know how to harness the internet. I've been working on the internet since its first inception and at a very young age. Whether it's an app, a website, or a landing page, or even an advertising campaign, I can help you achieve the results that you truly need. At the end of the day, it's all about return on investment. And the internet is such a crowded place. In order for you to stand out, you need to have a unique and special identity. I can not only help you create your special identity, but enhance it. And I will also help you harness the power of the internet to make you money. All you got to do is pick up the phone and dial me at 877-801-1991. That's 877-801-1991. Or visit our website at adriangraphics.com.
Never go far away from market updates and biz talk with the new Money 105.5 mobile app. Get the free download in the App Store. Just search for Money 105.5.
Oh, yeah. This is Adrian Boysel, and you're listening to the Project Grow radio show on Money 105.5. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going ahead and continue our conversation with Sheryle Moon. She's the former Chief Revenue Officer of eWay and now the Chief Evangelist at Spinify.com. Sheryle, you still with us?
Yes, I am, Adrian. Thank you.
Awesome. So as we were wrapping up that last segment, we were talking about what you were most grateful for, and you were talking about your team and just family and just the time that we have together. What are your plans for Thanksgiving?
So Thanksgiving's not hugely celebrated in Australia, but my husband and I will be having a dinner tonight with friends and one of my children who lives here in Canberra nearby. So we'll have people over who appreciate the opportunity to, really sit around and reflect on what sort of year 2017's been and the things that they are grateful for. So it'll just be a lovely time to spend with very close friends and our son.
Awesome. As the year closes in, there's a lot to think about, a lot to plan for in the future of 2018 as Spinify takes off. I know I feel the same way with what I have going on right now. I got so many things going on. It's just I'm very, very grateful for especially for this show. I mean, this is only the third week, and it's just it's taken off already. So I'm really, really blessed with that. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience and the listeners that are on today?
No, I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to you, Adrian, and thank you for the opportunity to be on your show, and happy Thanksgiving to all of your listeners. I hope it's a very safe and wonderful day for everybody, and that all of us take the time to reflect on what we're grateful for, but also what we can do better as we move into 2018.
Absolutely. I'm very blessed to know you. I'm glad we got to meet, and I'm looking forward to doing business with you and collaborating, and I'm just really grateful that you came on the show today. Thank you so much for your time, Sheryle.
My pleasure, Adrian.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks so much. Look forward to talking soon.
All
you
right.
too.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, so that was Sheryle. She's an amazing woman. We're just really excited to have had her on the show. Next, we have Stephanie Wahlberg with Doterra Essential Oils. We're going to be talking to her today about her business and sharing a little bit of information. Sheryle? Stephanie?
It's okay. Hi. Thanks for having me on, Adrian. I really
Absolutely.
Appreciate being here. This is really
It's fun, huh?
fabulous. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's exciting. I'm like overexcited right now. I need some more water.
You're not even drinking coffee.
I drank all my water already.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about prospecting. I think we should start off with that, and then we can kind of close it out with the Thanksgiving part of it. But I want to hear a little bit about what you do with your prospecting. It's not something that I talked about in my part of the prospecting today, but I would really love to hear your strategies and kind of share some of your wisdom and gold nuggets.
Okay, so as far as prospecting, actually I want to say that getting into this business, first of all, it kind of landed in our laps. And so I wasn't actually anticipating doing any type of a business. I have 7 kids and I homeschool.
Wow.
So, and before that I had ran a women's ministry for 7 years. So I was pretty busy with that. And yeah. So switching into this, I didn't necessarily have any, I've never done this before. Mm-hmm. It was new for me. But one thing that I had done over the years really had this spirit of that, like The Go-Giver. I don't know if you've read that book before, by Wahlberg and John Mann. I really always, when people would come to me for health issues, I would always be open to sharing what I had because I love holistic, and I've been studying that for 30 years.
Wow.
So I was able to just share generously just because that was my heart towards people. So I think it has to start with that foundation of being generous. And I think, then obviously the prospecting can come from that naturally. Exactly. But I think one of the things I would say is putting others' interest first and continually add value to their lives. I think if that's where people start with, then what will come back is good.
Yep. Perfectly said. Adding value, that's the key of what we do. That's when you add value to a company, the price no longer becomes even a consideration unless you're dealing with somebody that can't afford your services. But value is definitely the essential backbone of that. And I'm sure your love for people is kind of what fueled the passion and what's created the impact that you have.
Yeah, that is very true. Because then it's relationship, and people are able to trust you.
Yep.
And so we really grew our business quickly because of 18 years of being in a church where we had continual relationship with people and pouring into people, just about their personal lives and supporting them in, that type of relationship.
Yep.
So when we started this business, they knew who we were, they could trust us, and so then therefore they were interested, and then they obviously wanted things for their health, and so then from there it was easy. So I say that to say with prospecting, it really was seeing where the needs were and sharing with people and wanting to help them.
Exactly. Yeah, like people, process, product. It sounds like you have all three of those nailed down. Doterra has an amazing product. You have an amazing, you're amazing with people, and you're good people. And so that just coming up with your own process, I'm sure throughout, your prospecting methods and, the way you bring people on and how you educate people, I'm sure has evolved since you started doing this. When did you start with Doterra?
4 years ago.
So 4 years. Okay. And how big is your pipeline, as you would say now?
Well,
how many people?
As far as in the business itself, there's about 2,500 people on our team, and
insane.
it is insane. Yeah,
2,500.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's huge. And now you're probably one of the top people in Sacramento, I'm sure. Then with 2,500 people in your downline.
Yes,
that's amazing.
I'm definitely one of the top people in the area. There's some other people as well in this area.
Yeah.
California itself is very health conscious.
Yeah.
So I think that does make it easier because people do want to better themselves.
That's good.
So it's interesting how we're dealing so much with people that have stress and anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
especially where we live. We're very fast paced. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people are wanting to look for something natural to help them in that. I think one of the things too that was interesting, we built this business, like I said, with relationship. It continues to be relationships. We continue to educate people. But one of the interesting things this about a year ago is when all this stuff was happening with Facebook Live, and my husband took a couple days to go away on a sabbatical. He and I do this business together, and I think that's also really why we've had such great success.
Did you start it together?
Well, we did.
Nice.
He did his other job.
Okay.
He did HR and financing at a church in the Roseville area.
Nice.
And so he did that while I really built the business, because I was really the face of it.
Yeah.
But he really, in about 2 years, he quit his job and came full time with me.
Wow.
And then he's really been the one that has strategized, and he is able to look at the back office, is what we would call that.
Yep, exactly.
And look where there's holes, and he likens it, I don't know, this must be a guy thing, he likens it to like a video game. I'm like, okay, whatever works.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. It falls with the theme of the show of what Sheryle was just talking about, of gamifying, video game gamifying. So he's the back office, you're the front office, you're the one that's the face of the business, and that's pretty neat. So you're the one really interacting with the people the most and engaging with them. So I know from what I've seen on your videos, you do a lot of educating, and that's something you do on a regular basis, right?
Yes. So one thing I want to come back to, because I didn't finish the thought, and I apologize.
Oh, no.
He went away for that sabbatical, and then and during that time, and he was just praying, saying, "What are we supposed to do?" Because that's been a big thing in our business, is to pray.
Oh yeah.
And to seek wisdom, because we really don't know what we're doing without God's help.
True.
And so he just prayed about it, and he comes back and he says, "We're supposed to do Facebook Live." And
wow.
I thought, oh my gosh, it was like, I didn't want to do Facebook Live.
Oh, no.
It was like, are you sure you heard right?
Oh,
Maybe
man.
we should try something else. But I thought, I trust my husband. Let's go for this and see what happens. And then from there, we started doing, we have a Monday night Facebook Live that we do, because we teach a local class in the Roseville area.
That's cool.
Over at
The Rock,
of Roseville.
That's cool. Every Monday?
Every Monday night at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.,
We
okay.
teach this educational class. So we talk about things from the nervous system to the respiratory system to, things that people are dealing with,
Wow.
from the stress to the cholesterol to the diabetes to, whatever it is physically that people need help with, and how to help them naturally.
That's neat. Well, everybody that's listened to this show, any previous episode, knows how big my faith is to me, and I know the reason why this show exists is because of my faith, and that's something that's really huge with you guys too. So it's just amazing to see how he kind of brings those blessings and brings things for us when we least expect it. I had no idea that this was going to happen this fast, but it did, and so I really think it's amazing you guys have that incorporated into your business too, and your guys' background, and really the momentum that you've had just kind of speaks for the power that he has and what he brings to the table on a daily basis. It's really incredible. So I had another question here. how do you educate your prospects? I know what it was like last week, or was it the week before, you did something I heard on the different oils of the Bible, or something in terms of the Bible, how you tied in the business with the biblical side, which I thought was really, really cool. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, people want to know if these oils are in the Bible. That's kind of a big deal to people. And so I did talk about that, where they're found, scripturally. And then from there, though, but people really also want to know, how does it help them?
Yeah.
It's great to know that it's there, but how does it really help me?
Exactly.
And so then I was able to tie in these different oils that were used, thousands of years ago, but how we can use them now on a daily basis, to protect ourselves against, environmental threats and, stay healthy and have a strong immune.
And there's so many different products that they have. It's incredible. I hear stories all the time. Oh, I use peace. Oh, I use warrior, or what's the other one? Motivation. And I've heard like 15 or 20 different names. How many products do they have?
Tons. I don't even know. That's a great question, but lots.
So we are unfortunately going to have to go to break, but we will continue this conversation when we get back. Hi, I'm Adrian Boysel with Adrian Graphics. Believe it or not, the internet is almost as complicated as the human body. The good thing is, I know the web like your doctor knows you. And just like your doctor, I genuinely care about you and your business. For it to succeed in 2018, you must know how to harness the internet. I've been working on the internet since its first inception and at a very young age. Whether it's an app, a website, or a landing page, or even an advertising campaign, I can help you achieve the results that you truly need. At the end of the day, it's all about return on investment. And the internet is such a crowded place. In order for you to stand out, you need to have a unique and special identity. I can not only help you create your special identity, but enhance it. And I will also help you harness the power of the internet to make you money. All you got to do is pick up the phone and dial me at 877-801-1991. That's 877-801-1991. Or visit our website at adriangraphics.com. Hi, I'm Adrian Boysel, and this is your Business Minute. If you don't have a mobile app for your business, you're falling behind on the times. A recent study by Small Business Trends said that as of 2016, more than 63% of businesses have a mobile app or are in the process of building one. Since smartphones have reached the new product lifecycle of being very affordable, that means mobile apps are in the hands of more people than ever. Did you know that mobile sales reached $74 billion in 2015? The average mobile device owner spends more than 174 minutes per day on their phone, and not just for commerce. Just to name a few, there are booking systems, vouchers, customer support, and even video training. So here are 3 tips when creating a mobile app for your business. Number 1, consult an expert. If you try to do it all on your own, you run a huge risk of using the wrong program and creating a difficult user experience. Even worse, never getting your app approved by the Play Store or Apple iTunes. No smart business owner wants to waste money. Number 2, start with a prototype. This planning phase will help you eliminate unneeded screens and develop an easy-to-follow user experience. And number 3, find a good hosting service like Amazon's Activate Startup program. It will help you start and scale up your app in an affordable way and give you the hosting bandwidth so that your app never crashes if it gets a burst of traffic. And if you need an app for your business, give me a call at 877-801-1991. I'm Adrian Boysel. This has been your Business Minute, and as always, keep looking up. I'm passionate about our future generations, and I believe that the current model of partying is a destructive dead-end road. That's why a year ago, I dedicated my life and my time to supporting Lounge of Life. It's a nonprofit organization with a mission to help young people from falling into the destructive lifestyle of the current partying scene. College binge drinking and drug abuse is a huge epidemic, causing more than 1,800 deaths per year and 97,000 cases of abuse. I believe this is truly a problem worth fighting for. We've started a fundraiser on GoFundMe to continue the progress and the efforts of our team to impact the community by providing education and what I feel is a much-needed alternative nightlife experience. So today, I'm asking all of my listeners for help. Go visit our GoFundMe campaign at gofundme.com/Lounge of Life. Make a generous donation, and I will announce all of the names of the top 25 donors. Again, that's gofundme.com/Lounge of Life. Thank you for your support.
From the townhall.com Finance Studios, finance.townhall.com. This is Money 105.5 and the Money 105.5 app.
Oh yeah, we are back, and this is the Project Grow radio show. I'm Adrian Boysel, and I'm here in studio with Stephanie Wahlberg of Doterra. We were just talking about her business a little bit and some of the history of what she's done and how long she's been in the business and what her team looks like. But I want to cover a little bit more of the education side and talk about her style of building her business and what she does. So Stephanie, let's continue.
Okay, so one of the things when I got started in this business is I realized that people did not know much about natural things. And so I thought about that situation. A lot of people have been raised with pharmaceutical, and I thought, how can I bridge the gap so that if they get a cough, they know that they can use an oil to help with that versus running down to the CVS store to grab something, you know, because that's what we're comfortable and used to.
Yep.
So that's kind of where the whole thing started. And I said, okay, what do I need to do? I need to educate people, because if I educate them, that will empower them to make decisions for themselves.
Exactly.
So again, it's having that attitude of giving back to people. And so that was where I really started. And then from there, some of the different ways that we support, you know, again, using Facebook has been fantastic. We actually have a closed group. So when people get started within our team, we plug them in there, and people are very generous on that team. People ask a question, they get it answered.
That's
so
huge.
I really appreciate that other people get involved too. It's
Part
not
of
like
your team.
Yeah, it's not like I am just the one answering.
Stephanie.
Yeah, I already have 7 kids. That's enough, you know. They're always
Exactly.
asking and demanding.
Yep.
And so I think that's been great because people have, you know, they've risen up to share and they desire to. Another thing for us, because again, I really feel education is important. When people get started, we immediately put them into something called an oil camp. And when we put them into that, it's like, again, Facebook is fantastic.
Yeah.
You can do an event for 12 days. We can do it as a closed group, you know, and with just those people. And we are constantly putting anywhere from 80 to 150 people through it every single month.
Wow.
And they go through this camp where they get to learn about each of the oils and how to use them. By the time they're done, after 12 days, they say, wow, we're finished. And they're like, we missed this. It's incredible how it creates relationship there.
Yeah, and it creates leaders. Once they are confident in the product and they know how to use it, they can go out there and empower other people to do the same thing. So that's really smart. That explains exactly why you've scaled so quickly to 2,500 people. Wow. Okay. And I think the third question I have is, what are you most grateful for in this season? You know, it's Thanksgiving, and just getting a little bit of your personal side.
This is really great. Yeah, I want to be really transparent and vulnerable because I think that's the best place to be as a person. Yep. And so I just want to share just real briefly that before we got into this, you know, about 10 years ago, we got caught up in that hole with the real estate, and we went bankrupt, and we lost everything. And it was actually the best place to be. Pain causes you to grow so much, and it really makes you to look inner, you know, like how are you going to respond? And so, and really it was amazing just to continue to, out of all that pain and losing everything, to have joy in the midst of it. And so with that being said, then we went through a hard time of, you know, financially where we worked.
As everybody else did.
As everybody else, yeah. And we were down to one job, and then we were on WIC, and I think that again was pain. I'd never been in a position like that, and I was frustrated, and I was crying out to God, like, how can you get us out of this? I want out, but what do? I can't go work. I've got all these kids and stuff. So for us, we both have entrepreneur family on both sides, and we really had a desire to do something, but we didn't know what to make. We couldn't make anything. We're like, well, we don't know what to do, you know? And because our families did, you know, other types of entrepreneur businesses, but not like they actually had created something. Exactly. So when Doterra came along, it was really an answer to prayer.
Wow.
And I remember my business took off right away, and I thought, I didn't ask for a business. This isn't what I asked for, because I thought it was going to come in a different form, the answer from God. And I felt like this still small voice said, this is my answer to you. And I thought, well, I do like to work. And so I think that was interesting. And so because we couldn't even afford things like braces, we couldn't, you know, take our kids on vacation. So for us, being grateful are the simple things like, you know, my daughter had braces and now they're off.
Nice.
You know, we've gone on 2 vacations just this year alone.
Beautiful.
Which is expensive with 7 kids. It's not a
with
simple.
7 kids, that's insane.
Yeah, and I think one of the big things was bringing my husband home. So that was huge.
Wow.
So I think those are all things that I can say just personally. And then again, I'll just say one last thing, my team. I love my team, especially I've got some really close people I'm working with, like the building side, the leadership side of it. And we were just all this week talking about what we were grateful for, what has changed in the last few years that we could not do before. And people were sharing, got a house, got a car, all kinds of things.
The lives that are being changed.
Yeah, the lives that are being changed.
Very cool. Wow. That's inspiring. So Facebook Lives as a takeaway, Facebook Lives and just really empowering your leaders is really an essential key for you guys and what you guys have done. And I think that's really a really good takeaway for the listeners today. Thank you so much for coming in today. I'm going to finish this out and, we can chit chat a little bit. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is the show can actually be checked out online as well. There's the TuneIn app. There's iTunes. We're trying to get on Spotify right now, but you can also check it out on Stitcher as well. So if you missed the show or if you're just catching the tail end of the show, you can go to those later on, or you can just go directly to the Project Grow Radio website. I'd really appreciate your guys' support and checking out projectgrowradio.com, following us on our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter, either one of those or all of them if you want. We're constantly putting up great content, great information, and we're just going to continue to build from here. So next week we have a final women entrepreneur that we're going to speak to that's actually stepping out into faith and a new journey. And so that's going to be exciting. And I have some really cool topics next week to talk about. You can also follow my company, my Adrian Graphics company. I'm the founder of Adrian Graphics. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. Our website for that is adriangraphics.com. If you're in need of an app or a website or any kind of graphics project or maybe branding, we're the team to handle that. I got a team of people. My director of operations, Chris Civitano. I got an amazing web development team and led by Brian Havria. And so we got a really good system going on. And so if you guys need help, building your businesses and getting the right tools in place and the right systems in place, I'd be happy to meet with any of you guys to do a consultation. We have a series of questions that we go through. In fact, I have a few of them here in front of me, like asking you where your leads are coming from, what's the life cycle of your lead, how many of those close, what's the time of the year. So we can go through the process and really learn about your business and really develop a plan that's going to be really powerful for you guys. So I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving, amazing holiday. You be safe out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Project Grow Radio Show. And as always, keep looking up.